Margaret Dawson was a dignified, intelligent, yet humble woman in her late 50s. She had lived most of her life in the countryside of England, raising her only son, Andrew Dawson. Andrew was a successful young man working abroad, admired for his brilliance and kind heart. But though he had achieved much in his career, he was yet to marry. Margaret often worried about him. "What is wealth without a family to share it with?" she would tell herself. She had seen many young men abroad lose their values because they chose wives who loved them for money and not for who they truly were. She wanted Andrew to have a good woman, a wife with character, compassion, and virtue. One day, she heard stories about Mr. William Harrington, a wealthy businessman in the city who had two beautiful daughters, Isabella Harrington and Charlotte Harrington. Both girls were known for their striking beauty, but no one seemed to know their true hearts. Some said they were spoiled. Others said one of them was gentle while the other was proud. Margaret decided to take matters into her own hands. "If I must find out who these girls truly are, then I must go close, but not as myself." Margaret dressed herself in plain clothes, tied her hair in a scarf, and left behind her elegant countryside dresses. She approached Mr. Harrington's mansion, pretending to be a poor widow in need of work. With humility, she asked the housekeeper if she could work as a maid. The Harrington household was short of staff, so they quickly accepted her. No one knew she was the mother of a wealthy young man. From that day, Margaret worked as a maid in the Harrington mansion, scrubbing floors, dusting chandeliers, and running errands, all while carefully observing the two daughters. Isabella Harrington, the elder daughter, was breathtakingly beautiful, with golden hair and blue eyes. She was always dressed in the finest gowns and spoke with elegance. But as days passed, Margaret noticed Isabella's arrogance. She ordered the maids about rudely, and when her father was not around, she would mock their poverty. Isabella believed her beauty alone was enough to secure her future. Charlotte Harrington, the younger daughter, was also lovely, though quieter and less adorned than her sister. Unlike Isabella, Charlotte often spent her time in the garden reading or painting. Margaret soon noticed Charlotte's kindness. She would help the maids with their work, offer them food when they were tired, and even speak gently to Margaret, thinking she was just an ordinary maid. One evening, Margaret pretended to stumble while carrying a heavy tray. Isabella frowned and scolded her loudly. "Careless old woman, do you want to break father's china?" But Charlotte quickly came forward, helped Margaret to her feet, and said softly, "Are you all right? Please sit